All right.
You guys keep firing.
All right, we're back.
Hey, Ian.
Okay.
We've got 4 Canadians in the room, 1 American and 1 European. So I know the guys are really pumped to just pick your brain a little bit.
To the American, sorry about the President's Cup. You're finally going to lose one.
Oh, no.
I'm on my way.
Ingonish scenes. Crew got here late last night. Caught up with Ian Andrew. There's the crew. We're getting ready to do brunch and a hike before Highlands Links. I'm excited. Non-stop bangers on the Cabot Trail. We're pulling over every 5 minutes. Wait, let me spin it back.
Hey, we're in the game now. We're here at Jack's Trail.
Yeah.
Apparently you don't like non-perfectly conditioned golf courses.
Shit. That's, yeah.
I mean, that's on the record now.
It is on the record with consulting architect of the place.
I can't believe that happened.
I know. Hey, Ian. Mike.
Hey, Mike.
It's advice for us, like more so just spiritually, I guess. I mean, it's my first time. I've been fortunate enough to play like a lot of the top 10, 15 golf courses in the country, I would say. This is the only one. This is the gaping hole in my theoretical list that I haven't seen yet. I don't know why, but growing up, I just preferred the nice condition, pristine private clubs. Like pretty much the opposite of Highlands Links. So I kind of know what's coming, but what advice would you give someone like me showing up and just like opening my mind before I play this golf course, knowing what I've heard about it, I guess?
So relax about don't expect great conditions. But the other end is, I'm hoping the greens are good because that's all that kind of really matters in some ways. Those are great contours. Those are some of the best contours, sort of top 5 of Canada. And I'm hoping that the ball's just running well, which again, I think that's something that's definitely improved dramatically. And if it is, then that's the joy of the golf course, actually. There's 17 of 18 original greens, and there's some dandies out there, some really great contours. But there's a lot of really cool architecture out there. And if you're going to let the conditioning get in the way, then it's really going to be hard to sort of get past that.
For the guys that haven't had this experience before, do you think that the travel element of getting to this remote location adds to the overall experience of golf groups like ourselves that are coming here?
It does for me. It sure does. I find the drive up as you get onto the Cabot Trail, that drive absolutely fabulous. It's part of the experience itself, and I find the excitement of getting to the first bend where you can see Middlehead off in the distance off of the top of Smoky is probably my favorite thing of all.
It's day 5. We're here, Cape Breton Highlands Links. Played this one once before. We actually slept in that parking lot right across the street.
What do you think, partner? I'm feeling good today.
You want to eat some hot chips right now?
I am gonna, yeah, for sure. A team stretch.
He's gonna go low. Oh, he rolled his feet.
He looks like a man that's gonna go.
We took a swim in the ocean. We have done it today.
The connection I feel to the ground through my feet now is just off the charts, really.
I'm really excited, actually.
Are you fucking with me or no?
No, I am. I'm really excited. There hasn't been this much preamble for a round in a while for me.
What changed?
Just build up.
What changed?
The chat with Ian got me fired up last night. Like, he went through every single hole, and I memorized it. So I'm ready.
What I think of is remote golf, and because of that, you get incredible terrain, the mountains, the ocean. To me, it's like reading a book with multiple chapters. He starts you out on the highlands, and then he works you right to the ocean. So that's sort of the first stage, is out to the ocean. And then you get the first of the long walks. And then all of a sudden you go into the highlands for 2. You play 7 and 8, and then you get another long walk. 9's into the Clybourne Valley, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you play through the highlands from 13 to 15. And then you have that long walk again, back up into the Middlehead Ridge again. And you get the stretch of holes coming in. And it's just one of the things I always liked was it sort of breaks it up into segments, and each walk sort of gives you a new geography. Being remote, you also get a pretty interesting climate too. I do think the young super they brought in was really good, and I think he's proved to be an important change for the golf course. I think conditioning's been much better since he's been there.
What do you know about Trevor?
I've met him. I've walked around the golf course with him.
There was a lot of pressure at first. A lot of the stuff you see on social media, you get big shoes to fill, this and that, and obviously the history of the golf course does a lot of that as well. They posted it that we got a new superintendent, and comments like, oh, hope you can do it, it's a big undertaking, and this kind of stuff.
2 is my favorite approach. Usually you've got a rescue in your hands or a long iron. I find I'm always hitting something really long. It's hard to get it around the corner off the tee. It's just a big golf hole. But you can bounce it in. If you can take on the corner, in a perfect world, you can just slight cut around the corner, and then a little draw actually works out well for just getting it onto that green site. But I think that's the finest. It's either that or the second hole of St. George's is the finest hole in Canada. So I'm really fond of 2 at Highland Links. I actually would pick it over the Devil's Cauldron as the best hole in the country. And the view, you get the view out to the beach and the bay and everything else. Third is a really subtle one. Look at the interior contours there. You get to see all of Stanley's different ideas and all the different ways that he approached designing greens. So that just happens to be one of the better interior contours. Four, if you, by the way, play the left tee. Do not play the newer tees. Go play the left tee by the cart path. It's about 275 or whatever it is.
270 to flag. 240 right edge of that bunker, and 260 to the back edge of the left bunker.
Does anyone go for this? Yeah.
It's tempting. I think we do it. Looks scary.
I'm not.
The further back you can make yourself lay up, the better it's going to work out for you. But then again, hitting a driver there, you'll discover it's way more fun trying to figure out how to deal with that. Because being able to reach the green is not necessarily good news. It actually opens up so many bad things. Whereas if you can get there, it actually makes it easy because it's a positional hole.
Still par. Here we go. Yes. Okay, just beat the club. Beat the club, it's right at it.
That is so good.
Oh my god, that's good. Laid it right on the front edge. Oh. Let's go. Just, all we needed was one of 2.
That is so good.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did the 8-iron work?
Motherfucker. Not after seeing Mike, you know.
Is that me? Or is that me?
That's you.
Let's go.
No.
Bird.
Thanks.
Easy bird. Easy bird.
Hi, Emil here. As a German who's never been to Canada, you've talked about Stanley Thompson and his development and where Highlands kind of sort of falls in that. Like, is there an essence of Stanley Thompson that you can see at Highlands that, you know, like I could look out for, like something to understand sort of his design philosophies a little bit more?
Yes, actually, that's good because that's something I hadn't talked about. The word I would use is whimsy. He had a sense of whimsy. He was, funny enough, he was really well read, like shockingly well read. And he liked to put sort of thematic things in there. The right side, green side bunker on 5 is a dragon. The dragon and fireball is actually on the right, but I'm not sure if you can make it out anymore. But
Atta boy. Just the way with how the ocean's changing and that too, the tidal shifts are getting higher. The salt water pushes up through the drains onto the fairway in a day like today where it's 30 degrees and there's a little bit of salt water pushing up onto it. It's very hard to keep any grass around.
320 to those trees left over the left side of the marsh at the back. 270 carry where those 2 logs are. So I think between those 2 you're safe.
Nice.
So when the hurricanes come, the stairs that are up there, that's about how high the water will get. It becomes all part of the river, Clyburn, that flows down there. And this whole hole is like a raging river coming down, big trees, everything.
Settle. Hit it.
Boom.
Thanks.
Let's go. I said this hole's insane. And then Trevor told me it was like one of the hardest par 5s in Canada.
Somebody told me it was a magazine article or something they saw somewhere. It was ranked in the top 10 hardest par 5s. It's got, takes 3 good smacks.
You hit driver? Yeah. Play it safe and keeping it polite.
I hit driver.
You driver.
The way you guys said it, it opens up on the left a bit there. Like if you hug the left tree line, that's your best line.
It'll be good, man. Good shot. Attaboy.
Thank you. Oh my God, that almost murdered that bird.
Did it? Oh, stay. Wow, what a good putt.
Tell me it's good.
That's a good
putt it.
It's up to Alex. I can't see it.
Is that good?
Oh, you're asking for a gimme? 100% no.
Walk us through the 8th hole.
the 8th, oh, that's interesting. The little I bunker is your line for the drive. And the other bunker actually just kind of joins into a big wall of rock. Right? Definitely drivable. There's kind of a pocket. If you can get it in the pocket off the tee, that valley will feed it all the way there. So if you're a hitter, it's definitely worth going. It's called Cape Breton for a reason, and it's the idea of up and over. And you're playing for the green.
I didn't know what I was hitting. Sick backdrop. Couple putts.
So you go, how do you start the round?
I started double, triple, par, birdie, par, bogey. Here we are. We got a putt for eagle. Third putt for eagle of the day. 5 over. 5 over.
60-yard putt here. That thing hopped. Still hopping. Kind of a dumb decision. That's just too much. That's too much turf to putt through.
That's what makes this place what it is. It's the mounding and how uneven it is, and you can hit your ball down the middle of the fairway and you might be looking for it still, especially in the summer when it firms up.
You get very large blocks of holes where you can score, particularly the Clybourne Valley. It was meant as a break to the round, so you got to there. There's less going on. The holes are much easier. The roller coasters sort of stop finally, and you flatten out for a little while, and then you jump back on the roller coaster and ride it all the way home. Golf course picks up. As soon as you get to 13, it's all on all the rest of the way. You should be well warmed up. And then at that point, you got to kind of hang in a little bit. 13 is unique. So rather than put the green on top of that knoll that's in front, he put it in the bowl and behind. And because of that, it means you have to either bounce it off the top of the knoll, because very few people can play far enough down that they can just fly it into that green site. So normally the wind's coming in, so you have to bounce it off of that. And the trick is not to try to hit the downslope, but actually to try to hit the top. You actually get the valley and you can bounce it, and then you can use that knoll as kind of a like a side bumper on the way in, so it kind of takes the bunkers out. And you can use that, and it's actually it's a pretty accommodating slope to throw a ball off of. If you can hit a straight ball on it, it'll actually redirect it towards middle and back of the green. It's an easy way to get to the back.
Are there other parts of the course or like your favorite looks on the course that might help Mike become a wiser man?
A good example is 15 has really elaborate bunkering around the green. There's a lot of it. It's very complex. And that green site is elevated and very aggressive. And then you go to 16 and all those moguls were all there originally. It didn't change any of that. You're going to find it hilarious. Somebody's going to have a lie where the ball is going to be, they're going to be standing almost in a 45-degree angle, and then somebody else will be in a nice uphill or something. But pretty much all of what you find there on 16 is natural. And I love the fact that within 2 holes, you get such a contrast.
Sit.
Now sit.
I need to know, do you think Mike's a wiser man?
I've known him all my life. I think he's gotten wiser. I also think the greens are in great shape, and he likes that. But I think he's appreciating this style of course a little bit more. I say he's wiser, but he's not a wise man.
What's the story?
Story is we all hit very similar shots, except I got that to deal with. Have you hit a lob wedge off the fringe before? Because that's what I'm about to do.
Great. Pretty good contact.
That's pretty good. That was master class, actually.
Why is it under?
Sit. Sit.
Good putt, man.
Great putt.
What a putt.
So hard.
And 18, you have to be way left to attack that pit. The green is really, really strongly angled towards the left. So the further you can make yourself go over, the better. You'll see fairway bunker that sort of indicates it. So there's all your tips.
I know you're known for your hot takes. What courses that everyone considers better than Highlands you think are not as good as Highlands?
Well, I'll just go the simple way. I think if it was in country club conditions, it might be the best golf course in Canada. So I think that just sort of says it all right there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's my favorite. So I have different reasons for having favorites. If you're looking for a tournament at St. George's, if I'm looking for a last place to play of my life, it's Jasper, but it's because of the mountains. And I also think Jasper is easier than all the others. I find it very accommodating. But if you're looking for best, I think it's probably Highlands.
One simple question for you, which is like, are you a wiser man?
I think this is the turning point in my golf perspective.
Are you a wise man?
I think I'm a wise man. 33 years old, I just played Highland Links. It's nice.
Your brother just called you a wiser man, but not yet a wise man. How do you feel about that?
No, I accept that. You know, he's my older brother. I usually just accept what he tells me. He's smarter than me. I'm wiser.
About 15 years ago, I came back and sat here with my kids. And jumped right back on board with Chef Dale Nichols. It's been the same since. I mean, I haven't left. I'm here 7 days a week. My wife is my chef de cuisine. The big guy in the bar is my other chef de cuisine.
70% of the menu. Okay, that's not a lot.
I'm helping with the clubhouse, but this guy is taking care of this place for me because I'm everywhere. So he helps create a lot of menu items that you're going to try tonight. Okay. But there's a lot of flair on this menu from every person in the kitchen. I have staff from Mexico, staff from India, staff from Nepal. So you're going to see some dishes in the menu coming from everywhere. And
what are you serving up to?
You're definitely going to be trying a nice shrimp tostada. We're going to go old school with, we're going to do maybe a crab Napoleon for you, seared scallops. We're going to do some fresh local cod, fresh local halibut. The best steak in Atlantic Canada. I promise you, my filet mignon is going to blow you away. We're going to have some lobster risotto, some fresh lobster dinner, so you're going to have some nice plates. So you are going to be an honorary Ingonisher after getting messy with this lobster, that's for sure.
So I think what makes it great, or like what made it so unreal and so special, is that you really feel like this golf course can only exist like right where it is, and it just like makes the most of it. So it's like one of the things is just like the sense of like the actual adventure. It's in how the fairways are like so naturally kind of shaped. And the whole experience, it really reminded me of some of my favorite courses in Scotland, not in a way it looks or it plays. I mean, it did play quite wincy in some, like the greens were firm. but more in the sort of like the balance between quirk and uniqueness, but also like being a serious test of golf. I honestly think it's one of the great courses because it feels like so specific to. It feels just like it's done one of the most amazing sites for golf course, like such a tribute, you know. And that's like as much as you can ask of a golf course. I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's one of the special golf courses for real I've played in the world.
Well, it's an old golf course, and it's the way that it's built. They didn't have fancy tools to make everything perfectly flat and all that. And I know people would like some golfers. If we come from a bent grass club, they would expect the fairways to be mowed a lot lower, and that I just can't. The reels hit the rocks and beat them up all the time, and it's extremely costly and time-consuming having to replace barrels and bearings all the time. Like I'm going about as low as I can go now, so try and mow more often to keep it as tight as possible. But certainly, if you used to playing at a place that's brand new, sand base, everything, smooth. Yes, it's going to be tighter and lower. But that's what makes this place what it is.